What's up? It's IC, and I'm pretty sure Desiigner's about to make a comeback. Desiigner rose to fame in 2016 seemingly out of nowhere with his Billboard smash hit Panda, and kept his considerable buzz going with his successful follow-up single Timmy Turner. When Panda and Timmy Turner were popular, both songs were inescapable. But, over time, both tracks started to fade away, and so did Desiigner. By the end of 2017, Desiigner was rendered completely irrelevant and had resorted to dropping world-star hip-hop exclusive tracks on YouTube that weren't even getting a million views. Quite the drop-off from Panda, which currently has 745 million streams on Spotify. To understand how Desiigner can come back, we first have to look at why he fell off. I think the main reason is that he was seen as more of a meme than as a musician. Desiigner got tons of attention due to his extremely energetic personality, his gra ad-libs, and the fact that he sounded like a Future clone. And while these three traits definitely helped Panda climb to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, they also contributed to Desiigner's meme status. I mean, people casually liked Desiigner, his antics were funny to watch, and he had a hit song in Panda. But you would be hard-pressed to find someone who is a serious fan of Desiigner as a musician. So when the hit stopped coming and his animated personality and never-ending stream of ad-libs started to get old, people just stopped caring about Desiigner. So he fell off, hard, and really had no dedicated fanbase to fall back on. But all is not lost for Desiigner, as I believe there's still a way for him to make a comeback, and he's already taking steps in the right direction. First of all, Desiigner stopped acting so wild and hyped up in interviews. I mean, he's still Desiigner, so he obviously didn't completely lose his amped up persona, but now he seems a lot more like an actual person and a lot less like a meme. On the musical end of things, Desiigner is kind of lucky in a way, because due to his past fame and the fact that he's still signed to Kanye, a decent amount of people are still going to at least check out his new releases. The problem is that Desiigner's music can't really hold anyone's attention anymore. So no one's coming back to play a song again, or sharing the track with their friends. But Desiigner's string of boring music came to an end this spring, with his new mixtape titled L.O.D. Desiigner tried something new on this tape. He actually made it so you can understand what he's saying, and he uses very little, and at some points no autotune. The project is by no means great. Throughout the mixtape there's an extremely annoying and never-ending barrage of gra ad-libs on almost every song. But the project is still so much sharper and way more focused than his previous mixtape, New English. Desiigner made a lot of stylistic changes in his music, going from New English to L.O.D, and for most artists, it would be a huge risk to change up your style of music. But for Desiigner, it carries almost no risk at all, because his lack of a dedicated fanbase means that no one got too attached to his old style. L.O.D is a good first step at a comeback, but if Desiigner really wants to make a serious comeback and have his long-awaited debut album, Life of Desiigner, sell well, then he's gonna have to build his fanbase from the ground up. He's gotta cut the gimmicks, because clearly they weren't working for him. This means drastically reducing his ad-libbing, and he can't make any more tracks where he sounds like Future. And to be fair, he hasn't sounded like Future in a while. Desiigner needs to prove to the world that he's changed, and that he can actually rap. Be that through releasing more mixtapes like L.O.D, although they should be a little bit better, or Desiigner can drop some fire guest verses, maybe even for some of the bigger names on good music. I'm pretty sure Tyga's got a new project coming soon now that he's got 2 hot singles under his belt, and Tyga and Desiigner have collabed before, so it wouldn't be too far-fetched to think that Desiigner could get a feature. Basically, Desiigner needs to reinvent himself in order to be seen as a legitimate artist instead of a meme. And to his credit, he's already started to do things to make this transformation, as he's changing his musical style and toning his energy down to seem a lot more normal. So although the odds may be stacked against him, I think a Desiigner comeback might just be on the horizon. Thanks for staying till the end of the video. If you enjoyed my content, it would mean a lot if you could like, share, comment, or subscribe. This is a new channel I just started. It's a hip-hop based discussion channel. If that sounds interesting, you could check out some of the other videos I've done. Thanks and have a nice day.